In this video, we'll be telling you how to be a woman of high value. High-value women know their worth. They don't settle for anything less than the best, and they have very strong personalities. In fact, high-value women are very attractive to men. These women have an interesting aura which makes them independent, firm, and strong. So do you want to be that kind of woman? Before we dive into it, remember we make these videos for free, for your entertainment, and all we ask for in return is that you hit the like button. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button to make sure you never miss another awesome video. Now let's get started. First off, you should appreciate yourself. A high-value woman never chases after love because she values herself. In fact, she wouldn't hesitate to end a relationship if she feels someone isn't treating her right. People tend to respect high-value women more because she respects herself and other people. Even if the whole world is standing against her, a high-value woman will never back down. If you want to be a high-value woman, then it's important to start appreciating yourself today. Before you love anyone else, you should start loving yourself more. If you're one of those people who can't seem to love themselves, you can start by giving yourself positive affirmations like, I am worthy. You should be less critical and judgmental about yourself because everyone's allowed to make mistakes sometimes, right? Remember to appreciate all the good things in life and remind yourself of how far you've come over the years. If you criticize yourself too much, then try considering where the criticism is coming from. Take all those negative emotions and turn them into motivation to work harder and better in the future. But remember to reward yourself for little achievements too. Psychological studies have always told us that celebrating small wins stimulates the reward center of your brain. This gives you lots of happy emotions. Next up, you should have a big heart. High-value women are known to be very compassionate. They treat everyone with kindness, respect, and love. In fact, they treat people as equals without holding any grudges against them. Because of this warm demeanor, everyone seems to adore the aura a high-value woman radiates. Being around a woman like that feels very different because she makes you love yourself and become a kinder person. To be a high-value woman, you need to inflate your heart up like a balloon. It's important to let everyone in and make them feel loved as long as they are in your company. If you want to practice being more compassionate, then you can start by trying to help others. This help shouldn't be you trying to fix or correct them. Instead, you're just showing up to support the people you love. You could also try becoming compassionate by doing small and kind things for the people around you. For instance, it's a good idea to call your loved ones just to check in on them. You should also make it a habit to openly express gratitude and let people know you cherish them. The most important thing to learn is how to apologize when you're in the wrong. You're not going to be right in every situation, which is why it's essential to be the bigger person and apologize first. Once you start fostering these positive habits, you'll find yourself becoming a kinder and a more positive person. That's the true quality of a high-value woman. Of course, you also need to work on yourself. Do you know what makes a high-value woman different from an ordinary person? She doesn't compare herself to anyone else. Instead of always being occupied with what others are doing and achieving, a high-value woman is only focused on herself. Her goals in life are to improve herself and become a better person who's always looking to learn new things. As a high-value woman, start thinking about how today can be better than yesterday. There's no use in dwelling over the past or overthinking your mistakes. Instead, you should only focus on constantly learning and improving. To become your best self, you only need to start by making a few lifestyle changes. First of all, it's important to take time out to rest. Both your mind and body need to relax. So make it a habit to sleep and eat on time. Other tips to be a better version of yourself include reading books, starting a daily gratitude journal to remind yourself what you're grateful for, and trying meditation. Not only do these practices make you a better person, but they'll also help keep your mental health in check. If you really want to be a high-value woman, then you need to take care of yourself first. Also, high-value women don't waste time. A woman who is high value knows she has no time to waste. That means she doesn't play around with anyone. In fact, she doesn't even get caught up with trying to manipulate people to get what she wants. So for instance, a high-value woman will never pretend to be too busy or drag a guy out for fun. She doesn't think it's worthy of her attention. Also, she won't do anything that goes against her beliefs and morals. To be a high-value woman, you need to know that you're unique and don't have to prove it to anybody. Once you know your own worth, you'll be more focused on chasing your ambitions rather than wasting time on mundane little things. If you're trying to be more responsible with your time, you can start scheduling your day better. Try waking up early and getting your most important tasks done first. Then you're ready and motivated to get through the rest of your day. You'll also need to learn to block all your distractions throughout the day. If you're working, then your work needs all your attention. A good way to do this is by setting firm deadlines and time limits for yourself. This teaches you discipline and helps keep your routine in check. And get this, a high-value woman has a good relationship with work and finances. Are you the most irresponsible person when it comes to managing your finances? That's not like a high-value woman. Instead, you need to change your habits to be more career-oriented. Of course, that doesn't mean you need to marry your career and focus on nothing else, but you should be productive as much as possible. Try to be competent and disciplined when it comes to fulfilling your responsibilities. Once you find the right man for yourself, he'll definitely consider whether you're trustworthy enough to share his assets. High-value women attract men with huge family legacies, so it's important to start building a positive relationship with your work and money today. But how can you do that? Well, it's easy to start by tracking how much money you're spending every month. It's important to have a fixed monthly budget that you can easily stick to. After that, you'll eventually get used to better habits like paying all your bills on time and having a long-term investment strategy. Next up, high-value women aren't easily offended. High-value women know how to handle themselves in every situation. They don't let anything get to their heads, and they try to keep their cool no matter what happens. In fact, they recognize their value and don't let others down by misbehaving in social situations. This is one of the most important things that distinguishes them from others because they aren't offended easily. If you're somebody who struggles to stay calm, then you need to try different strategies to control your anger. For starters, make it a habit to think before you talk. If you start blabbering words without thinking about them first, you're likely to say something you don't mean. Once you've calmed down, try expressing your concerns in the best possible way. Don't use harsh words with anyone, even if they are being harsh with you. Trust us, it's just not worth your time and energy. If you ever get into a situation that offends you, try taking a time out as soon as possible. You'll learn over time that being quiet is better than saying the wrong words. Also, develop the right skills and hobbies. If you plan to build a career, have children, travel, and do something meaningful with your life, then make sure you have the right plan for it. Nobody's asking you to have a detailed blueprint of everything you're going to do in life, but you should be able to relate your dreams to your own happiness with actionable goals that help you reach that goal. Here's what you need to consider. What should I do to make that blueprint come to life? Do more of that in your life. And while you're busy building a life that makes you happy, you'll find a good husband in the process. You might not recognize him now because you're too focused on yourself, but he'll definitely be attracted to you. As a high-value woman, you can work on some practical hobbies that bring you closer to a future husband. This includes taking out time for creative activities like physical activities or cooking classes, learning about other cultures, literature, and art, and serve your community in every way that you can. And remember, you need to be passionate and feminine. Don't get us wrong. There's nothing bad about your masculine traits either, but if you want to see yourself in a healthy relationship in the future, you should strike a balance between the best masculine and feminine traits. As the woman in the relationship, you need to bring softness, playfulness, and love to the table. If you're struggling to be someone like that, then start by taking care of your overall fitness and beauty. Lastly, every high-value woman is a daredevil. High-value women aren't afraid to take risks. They're confident people who are always ready to stand up for themselves. In fact, they don't give anyone the power to bring them down. When it comes to relationships, a high-value woman is always very selective but still ready to take risks. They only enter relationships that they consider unique. But even without a relationship, a high-value woman is happy with her own company. She loves and respects herself, which is why she knows that her life is complete and beautiful with or without a partner. If you want to be that confident with your own company, you need to start by ignoring all your self-limiting beliefs. This means you can't tell yourself negative things like, I can't do this, or I'm a failure. Chances are that these thoughts are what's keeping you from succeeding in life. A good hack to feeling more confident is just acting like it. This means you need to adjust your posture and walk like you own the world. Eventually, you'll start believing it. One final reminder is to always focus on important things. High value women are always more intentional about what and who they connect to. Set high standards for your future life and honor your time and energy in that way. If you follow all these tips to be a high value woman, then you'll look back in a few years and be stunned at the life you've built for yourself. And that's a wrap for this video. We talked about a few ways you could become a high value woman, but there's always more to the picture. How do you think you can become a high value woman? What did you connect with the most? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out other videos on our channel. Click now to watch.